I'm here in beautiful Richmond upon Thames, where we've got thousands of European nationals living in our borough. And they're concerned because this government is planning to start charging all EU nationals who've only been here a short time or who are only visiting for NHS healthcare. That means every EU national potentially faces being asked to prove that they're eligible for free care after the 31st of October if we leave the European Union without a deal. That's discriminatory. It's going to put a lot of pressure on our health service that can't administer such a system so quickly. And it's also going to mean that British citizens living in Europe will have to come back here for care, which is going to put a lot more pressure on our NHS. That's why I'm starting a campaign to call on the government to stop this ridiculous policy and allow the NHS to continue treating all EU nationals free at the point of delivery. Hi Catherine, tell me, how long have you been living here in St Margaret's?
Well, since the 26th of June 1967.
That's when you came to the UK?
Yeah, I landed on Richmond Green.
Wow. And you met your husband here and you've stayed here ever since? Now, I just wanted to ask you what you think about the government's policy that after
How long have you got?
After the 31st of October, if we leave without a deal, they're going to stop offering NHS care to visiting EU nationals, which means people like you may have to prove that you're eligible to care.
So every time
you go.
I go to the doctor or if I go to the hospital, which luckily I haven't done lately, I will have to take my passport with me.
I don't even know what you need to prove your right to free care, but how do you feel about the fact that you just have to prove that after 50 years in this country?
I think it's terrible.
But the problem is that there's this hostile environment that's going to be created for people like you because they're going to start charging everyone. And that means as well for your husband who's British, when he goes with you to France, if he needs care, presumably he won't be eligible anymore.
No, I doubt it. I don't know. Because when I did my leg, I slept in back in 2004. I mean, they were charming. They took me to the hospital and I didn't pay a penny.
Well, I'm afraid I think that's all going to end now. So I think the problem with this policy is the NHS won't be able to cope with the administration.
Absolutely.
British nationals won't be able to get free care abroad. And a lot of those who are abroad are going to have to come back to use our NHS, and we're not going to be able to cope with that. So this policy really needs to be stopped in its tracks, and that's why I'm running a campaign to keep NHS care free for all EU nationals. Please support it.